Trying to the LMP. Go and get yourself this thing. Bitch, you trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz. What this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that C.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 56. For Houston.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past... The 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
First carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 29, Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Watson again. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Johnson. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Watson. Open man is Cameron Batson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
To throw on second is Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Texans. With the first touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
For Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Kareth White on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Griggs on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
First quarter.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nothing.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
But we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
First down. Here's Cousins. Man, he hits it in stride. They broke down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a run with Cook. The reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. from the gun. Here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put him to good use on that one.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
On first down, Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Johnson. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on second down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. first and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
3rd and 4.
Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Andy Isabella, 67 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they were ringing him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play action now. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Minnesota.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw, Watson. He may try and run for this. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb, 78 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
To kick off for Houston.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's White. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins able to find Isabella and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They run it again with Cook. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. be set out there on 3rd and 1. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Big run, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Chase Young on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
4th down and
1. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Cousins. They'll let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get this complete to Batson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going up top for Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Caleb Wilson, 35 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. People about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
Miami's Bearbearing the kickoff for Houston.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Jennings now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Cousins. That ball complete to Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st down, it's Cook, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
To throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, the way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down a double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and go inside. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. When you got different views, just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Many ties in the culture, hit you with them Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you flush up. Crashing down, I was cluttered up. Doing this so falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
You're great.